7-year-old me had just gotten a hard drive of movies and TV shows for his uncle for his 8th birthday. This was around my birthing love for Sonic the Hedgehog. So when I saw a file listed under Sonic_the_Hedgehog_movie_1999.mp4, I was ecstatic. I must have watched that movie like 10 times. But it's been 6 years since then, and I've become a lot more critical of movies. And with this abomination coming out, yes, I know they're changing it. This was written way before that was announced, and thank God they delayed it because the animators would be under a lot of stress, and I don't want another Sonic 06. Please be good. I'm here with my friend Walrus to give it a second look. Now, he's never watched it before, so these are his impressions after watching it. With all that said and done, hi, I'm Aiden. I make random stuff on the internet, and this is a review of the Sonic the Hedgehog OVA.
We'll be judging this movie on 5 categories: voice acting, characters, plot, music, and animation. After that, we'll give the movie our overall thoughts and our scores. Let's begin.
Me and Walrus will be doing a plot summary to help emphasize our points, so there are spoilers ahead. 3, 2, 1, go.
Our story begins with an old bird man with an engine on fire. Sonic is just chilling listening to the radio when Tails notices and tries to convince Sonic to go out and save him. It not being his problem, he does it, so Tails does so, and just before they crash into a wall, Sonic goes and saves them, in a pretty well animated sequence.
Then the old Birdman says the president needs to see them, so they go and do that. Robotnik's there, and he's captured the president and his daughter. Sarah. We'll come back to her and characters. For now, let's just say she's very, very annoying. So Robotnik explains that Metal Robotnik came over and stole his home city, Robotropolis. So we need Sonic to go stop him, or a generator bomb will go off and destroy it or something, I don't know.
Sonic begrudgingly goes there, so the President and Sarah are let free. They ride on the tornado there, and while that's happening, Robotnik and Sarah are playing a fighting game.
No, it's not fair! You always beat me every time! Alright, one more.
Just give up. We've played 100 times.
I'll stop being your hostage.
That's not how bloody hostage situations work!
All right, start it again.
Why are you believing her?
Blah blah blah, fun times. They arrive in what I think is New York, turned into Robotnik's land. It actually looks pretty cool. Really good animated running montage to the place.
While that's happening, Robotnik and Sarah go on a trip in a fat thing that Sarah somehow thought was a f***ing car. Then they're attacked by Metal Robotnik. Oh, and it looks exactly like its body. They're definitely not in it. A pretty well animated fight happens, even if a lot of it is running away. Then they get trapped in a bunch of sticky goo. He destroys the ground, causing Sonic to start sinking into the water, but Knuckles comes to save them. He rips Tails out of the gunk and he saves Sonic from drowning.
They destroy Metal Robotniks by throwing Sonic into him. Knuckles somehow floats in the air.
That is not how gliding works.
Metal Robotnik crashes into the ground. Eggman and Sarah, who were in Metal Robotnik, somehow didn't die, or get any major injuries. Which brings me to the question, why didn't Sarah say anything? She had to have seen them! Well, anyway, the sun begins to rise, so Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles dart off to Robotropolis to destroy the generator. There was another cool running sequence towards it, and they managed to destroy it. But Sonic gets trapped and his data extracted, creating Metal Sonic.
This to me feels like the definitive version of the creation of Metal Sonic. I really enjoyed this bit. It's probably my favorite part of the film. Then Robotnik comes down and it reveals that it's all part of his master plan. Metal drops Sonic down back to the island where he wakes up groggy, somehow not breaking anything. Knuckles and Tails escape back and start to rebuild the tornado. When they get a call from the president, Knuckles expositions their goal to destroy the Sky World by doing something with the ice caps. I really don't care. He's basically just going to destroy everyone on the planet.
Then Sonic appears and says he heard everything. He goes off to confront Metal. A really well animated fight scene happens.
You might know everything I'm going to do, but that's not going to help you since I know everything you're going to do. Strange, isn't it?
Goddamn comic.
Sarah gets forced into marriage by Robotnik. Sonic and Metal ended up destroying their ship, which weakens Sonic. Sarah tries to stop Metal, but to no effect. Tails shuts down his programming for a bit, making Sonic damage him.
The president and old Birdman crash. Sonic goes to save the two. The two blow up. But Metal actually saves them. Turns out, Metal actually has Sonic's emotions and personality intact. I really enjoyed that part. He falls into lava, Sonic tries to save him, but he fails and melts. The film ends with the three running off from a cat girl. This took longer than I expected. Overall, I enjoyed the plot. It was fun, and it felt like a Sonic plot. There really isn't much I didn't like about it.
I agree with Aiden. Me not being a massive fan about Sonic, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it made sense to my sliver of knowledge about Sonic.
The characters weren't that good, honestly. They're probably my biggest criticism of this film. Except for Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails. Thankfully, they're the three main characters, and they act like they would in the game. Unfortunately for everyone else...
The old bird wasn't that funny. I didn't even smile once at the comedy that was attempted through him. He was just annoying. Robotnik's fine in character, but his motive really just didn't seem like it. Robotnik wants to build an empire and take over the world. He doesn't want to destroy it so he can force a cat girl into marriage. That sounds like something Bowser would do, not Robotnik.
Speaking of cat girls... F*** Sarah! She is so f***ing annoying! And clearly just the replacement for Amy. Why wasn't Amy in this film? Knuckles is in it, and CD came out before 3K, so she clearly existed. But back to Sarah. She does basically nothing for the plot, except to give Robotnik a marriage partner. And again, she's so goddamn annoying. For me and Walrus, she's easily the worst part of the film. The music has some really good tunes, but most of it just doesn't go with the scenes in the movie, really. Some parts do, like the beginning with South Island playing.
But the build up to the Metal Sonic fight sounded like it just didn't really fit the scene at all.
But the OST as a whole is really good. I actually took the time to listen to it all on YouTube. Really recommend you give it a listen. The voice acting was decent for the most part. Sonic's voice actor isn't my favorite, but he does a good job for the most part. This may be one of my favorite Tails voice actors behind the modern one, because of how cute he sounded. Knuckles sounded well like Knuckles. He worked.
But there was one problem. That being Robotnik, for reasons unknown, sounded Russian for some reason. And even in the parts where he didn't really sound like Robotnik.
Shut up! Heed me! Completed my greatest invention ever!
See what we mean? The animation was actually one of the best parts of the film. The characters are expressive, the running and fight scenes look great, they move around more often than not, and there's always something to look at in every scene, although there are bits that are just standing around talking. But it's good. We both thought this film was an alright watch. It's very flawed though, and you'll definitely like it more if you're a Sonic fan like me. With that, we give it a score of 6.5 out of 10.
Now that all the film things are out of the way, it's plug-in time. Everyone who watches Aiden's random stuff on the internet, I would really appreciate it if you can come check out my channel. I make movie reviews and other things.
Thank you so much to Walrus for joining me. I've been Aiden. Have a good one.